Hello, welcome back to Armchair Armoury, and it finished at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. We got out of jail there, I think. We weren't good today, overall, especially second half, we weren't good. I said in my preview that this was going to be significant because of the fact that Patrick Vieira was returning to the Emirates for the first time in God knows how long. I said that Palace would be up for it. I said that we normally struggle against Palace quite a lot in the last couple of seasons. Anyway, we have struggled against Palace, and you know, today was one of those things. Overall, one of those games. It was one of those fixtures, and I wouldn't necessarily say that the way that Arteta set up the team was bad necessarily. A lot of the outlets were reporting it as a 4-2-3-1. But it looked like a 4-1-4-1 to me, with Partey as the sole holding midfielder in front of the defence. That was obviously changed up in the second half because James McArthur, who shouldn't have been on the pitch, I think he should have been sent off. The tackle, he basically kicked the back of Saka's leg. He probably should have been sent off. Laca came on for him in the second half, so I think the formation changed up there. To be fair, we started off really well. Like for the first 15-20 minutes, we looked like we were going to blow them apart. We scored quite early. It was a pick up from outside the area of Pepe. Pepe picked up the ball, cut in, took a shot with the outside of his left foot, and Guaita, the Crystal Palace keeper, pushed the ball away, only into the path of Aubameyang, who slotted it behind him. So 1-0, and it all looked good at that point. And we looked okay up until about the 37th minute, something like that, and then Palace started coming back into the game. They didn't really have much chances. They were making a lot of wrong decisions in the final third, but they were getting back into it. And we went into half time sort of like with the skin of our teeth, really, because if Palace had had their shooting boots on in that last 15-20 minutes of the first half, they probably would have equalised. So we come out in the second half, and as I said, Saka was taken off for Laca, and 5 minutes into the second half we concede. It was a mistake from Thomas Partey, who wasn't aware that Jordan Ayew was behind him. Ball comes off of Ayew, falls into the path of Benteke. Benteke goes around Ben White and manages to slot it home past Ramsdale, and it's 1-1. And at this point, Palace just turned up a gear, and they were pressing really well. They were really putting it on us at this point. I didn't actually think they were going to score a second goal, but they did. It was a really good counter attack, to be fair. And this is why I'm saying I think Patrick Vieira has transformed Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson did a decent job, but this is a different type of Crystal Palace that I'm seeing. So they went on the counter-attack with Conor Gallagher winning the ball off of Tomiyasu just outside of their area. Runs pretty much the full length of the pitch. Passes along to Elise, who passes along to Edouard, who shoots first time. Ramsdale probably could have done better, to be fair, but yeah, it is what it is, 2-1. And at this point, I really did think that, yeah, that we're coming back after an international break, and already everyone's going to be laughing at us again. You know, after the really good performance against Spurs, the kind of like decent defensive performance against Brighton to get out of the Amex with a draw, I just felt, oh, here we go, we're going back to that again. And around the 70th minute, I think it was, Arteta takes off Partey and brings on Lacazette. Takes off Ødegaard and brings on Lacazette, sorry. And Partey came off for Martinelli. Brings on Lacazette, and Lacazette changed the game. As soon as Lacazette came on, there was a link up between him and Aubameyang. We were getting chances, we were winning corners. But it was one of those things where it felt like it wasn't going to be our night. I can't remember who took the corner or who took the free kick, but the ball came in from the right-hand side, I think, and the ball ended up falling to Kieran Tierney, who had basically had an open goal, and it struck it and hit the bar, and that was where I think the commentators were saying, Rob Hawthorne from Sky Sports was saying, yeah, this is the kind of thing where you realise it's not your night. And that's kind of how I felt. I felt like, yeah, we've lost this, because like you can't miss those and win it and get back into a game. But lo and behold, we get a corner in the last minute of the game on the left hand side. Pepe takes it, and he was shoddy at corners all night, and that's the problem. For some reason he can never beat the first man, or he very rarely beats the first man. I think even this corner he took, because when I was watching Carragher and Neville going through it afterwards, I thought, well, when it happened, I thought, oh, finally. I said before he took it, oh, I bet this one beats the first man now, but doesn't go anywhere. But when I watched it back again, it didn't actually beat the first man. So I think it was headed on by a Palace player. It went up in the air, came back down, headed back down again. Ben White takes a shot from outside the box. It ricochets off of one of the Palace players onto the Palace goalkeeper, and it falls out to an open crevice on the left-hand side of goal, which is slotted home by Lacazette, and the roof went off the place. Because I don't think we deserved maybe we deserved a draw, but I don't think we deserved to win the game. I think in general the performance was really bad. I don't think we really played well, apart from like the first 15 minutes of the first half, 15-20 minutes of the first half, and maybe the last like 5-6 minutes of the second half. And well, not even 5, maybe more than that, maybe 15-20 minutes of the second half. When Lacazette came on, we seemed a little bit better, because at that point Palace just decided they're going to try and protect the lead, which is always a risk. Yeah, so we finished the game 2-2, and I don't really know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, I'm not annoyed necessarily. I think I'm disappointed that, again, similar to Brighton, that we didn't kick on. But I wouldn't necessarily say that we didn't play well, but I'm not going to say that we were awful. Again, I agree with what Mikel Arteta said after the game. I feel that there was a little bit of heart there, especially in those last 15 minutes, to at least try and get something out of the game. And sometimes that's all you can do. It's just a shame that happened at home, because you don't really expect that at home. So yeah, we are currently in 12th with Villa on Friday. So Villa now becomes, it seems like Arsenal fans are saying this every bloody week, this is now a must-win game. I believe it's the first game of the Premier League weekend of the fixtures, so it's a good chance for us to climb up the table for at least 24 hours. And that's the other thing, at least we didn't lose, and at least our unbeaten run is still going. So far that's 5 games unbeaten in total so far, so I'm pretty pleased about that. But again, I'm just disappointed that we haven't kicked on after Spurs and after Burnley and Norwich, and then kind of like the decent defensive performance at Brighton. You know, it was nice to see Patrick Vieira again. I liked his interview after the game. He paid tribute to the club, which I always appreciate, and he made a reference to his spat with Roy Keane in the tunnel in 2005. I think that was 2005. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I think I'm apathetic towards the result at this point. I'm just happy we didn't lose, because I was dead certain that we were going to lose. And again, I would have been thinking I need to stop playing FIFA. But anyway, we move on, as the kids say. Well, I'll leave it there. I'll be back again, Armchair Armory wise, with the preview for Aston Villa for Friday's game, so hopefully that will be coming out on Thursday. So yeah, until I speak to you then, take care and stay safe.